So in the last video we went over some of the basic concepts of programming in Java, and we also started making this game of tic-tac-toe. So in this video we're gonna finish off this game because there is still some unfinished pieces, as you might have noticed from the last video. So if I run this game again and I input 0 0 for X, I can go in and put 0 0 for O. And that's not something that should not happen, so we're going to code in some logic to prevent that. So to begin, we'll look at this part here. So this is where we define the new game board value. So what we could do is add an if statement. So if we could just check row or call does not equal or if it equals this, then we could do that. Otherwise, we could say something like sys out not a valid option. And then what we would want to do is also loop back to X's turn, because we'd want X to go again. So what we could do in this case is actually just do I minus minus. And what this does is it's going to decrement the loop. So it's going to run for one more iteration, and that iteration is going to be X's turn again. So we can also do the same thing for O. So we could do O to that, then else sys out not a valid option, and then we would do I minus minus. So now if we look at this, I put input 0 0, we could see not a valid option, and then it's O's turn again. So then we could do 1 1, and now it's X's turn again. So if I do 0 0, it's say not a valid option, and it's still X's turn again. Now, so this works great, but there is one more thing that we need to code in, and that is the win condition. So now if X goes 0 1, Y goes 2 2, or O goes 2 2, then X goes 0 2, the game still continues even though X clearly won here. So what we're going to want to do is program in a win condition, and the way I'm going to do that is by creating a new method that essentially checks for the win condition. So I'll call it public static boolean win condition. So this is going to return a true or false value because we defined a method with a return type of boolean. So you can think of it as it returning true if the win condition is satisfied. And what I also want to do is probably pass in a character, I believe. Yeah, I'll just pass in a character turn. So whose turn it is. It's going to either be X's turn or O's turn. And what we're going to do here is now code in the win condition. So the way we're going to do that is basically check if all of the values match. So what we could do is we could do an if statement. So if game board of row, or sorry, 0 0. Oh, and we'll also need to pass in the game board because we need those values. So we can also pass in just simply as such. And so we can do that, and then equals game board 0 1 and game board of 0 1 equals game board of 0 2, and I'll put this on a new line to make it easier to read. Game board of 0 2 equals turn. Return true. So this is basically checking if this value is equal to this value, which is equal to this value, which is equal to the character that we passed in. So it's either going to be X or O. So we could do this for basically all of our win conditions. So we could do else if game board, and so this is going to take a lot of writing out, so I'm just going to copy paste and then just change the numbers. So it's going to be 0 1 1 1 1 2. So that's just the second row. And we'll do turn true, else if paste 2 2 2 2 2, and this is just the last row. Now what we're also going to want to do is the columns. So we'll start with this be okay, so this would be 0 0, that's fine. So then it equal to, instead of 0 1, it would be 1 0, and 1 0 is equal to 2 0, and 2 0 is equal to turn true, else if game board, and instead of this here, copy paste this. So instead of 0 1 or 0 0, would be 0 1 1 1 2 1. And then we have 0 2 2 2 2 and 2, return true. And we have 2 more win conditions, which is going to be our diagonals, so we'll just have to code those in as well. So 0 0 is equal to 1 1, 1 1 is equal to 2 2. And then we're going to also have one more, which is going to be 0 2 is equal to 1 1, and this is going to be 2 0 1 0 2 0, yeah, 2 0, and then return true. So now that we have our win condition here, after every turn we can check if the win condition is satisfied. So we could say if win condition, and then we'll pass in game board, and this is for X. So we're basically saying if this is true, so if one of these conditions are satisfied, then we could say sysout X has won the game. And then we can do this sentence called break, which will just break us out of the loop. And so we could apply the same thing here to our O win condition. So I'll just copy paste it, pass in O, and then I'll say O has won the game. So now we can run this. We can see 0 0, let's say 0 1, X goes 1 1. O goes 0 2, and then X goes 2 2. So you see X has won the game, and now we can't input anymore because the game's now over. So that's how we created a simple game of tic-tac-toe using the basics concepts of Java programming. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.